Oi, oi, what we got here then? Well, this is just to let you know that we now have our Anarchy Chocolate available. It's been 3 years in the making, and if you've been following our blog or some of our videos, some of our vlogs, then you'll know that we've been planting cacao trees about 3 years ago, first in our permaculture fruit forest, and then secondly down here on our farm. So that was 3 years ago when we started, and the idea was basically that I like being out in the garden and growing our food so I can eat very healthily, and I know the source of our food, so it's 100% organic or natural, so we get all our fruit and veg, nuts, all kinds of stuff grown in the garden in a permaculture food forest, and then also on a fruit farm here. So we started doing that so we could secure our own natural healthy food, no pesticides, herbicides, hormones, all that kind of nasty stuff. And then we discovered cacao trees as part of that process. And coming from England, I've never actually seen a cacao tree, although about 20 years ago I was in Grenada in the Caribbean, and I went to the Grenadian chocolate company, which is at the time was just a little factory out in the jungle. It was pretty rare. So that was pretty cool. That's the first time I've seen chocolate being made. Roll up to today, my wife's an amazing cook. So, and this farmhouse here, when we renovated, we made a nice big light kitchen, and she likes to come down here and bake and cook up some really nice stuff. So our fridge is always full, which is very good for me, except for my waistline. And so we thought I'd combine our two passions of me growing stuff in the garden and her cooking and creating wonderful dishes. So we decided, together we could create our own chocolate bar. So 3 years ago, we set out to do that. So we've been planting cacao more and more, and then Katae started to find out and teach herself how to make chocolate. And it's a very long process, and there's a lot of trial and error. So we originally buy our beans, because our trees aren't ready, they're not producing fruit, although they are now. So I just wanted to show you just a few of our trees, and they have pods on now, and you'll see this one's, it's got a big pod there, it's got a few more at the back, it's got another one here. So this tree was one of the first we planted. Oh, it's got one right down there as well. It's got 5 or 6 pods on. I've cut some off as well. And when they first start flowering up, I normally pull them off. So the flowers of a cacao look like this. Let's focus in on there. Very tiny little flowers, and that develops into these pods. So when they start flowering, I sometimes pull them off initially, and then just get more growth on the trees, and then leave them, and that's what they start to look like. So this tree, I believe, is a forastero, and this tree over here is a trinitarian. So this tree's got a lot more pods on it, and there is deep, dark, purpley kind of red colour, beautiful colour. So you see these small ones here, like there's 2 here. There's 2 pods close by, so I generally just pull one of those out. Otherwise, you can see here, got a cluster here, we've got 3, where are we? 3 down here. There's 4 here. Let me just come around, sure. There's 4 in there, some more behind it. So anyways, this is what the trees look like at the moment. So quite pleased with this. So we've got a mixture of trees here on this is actually in the permaculture food forest. So these are some of the first trees we planted. We had Forestario and Trinitario, grew from seed, and this stock was then transferred to the farm, and we also introduced some Champagne 1 and 2. So quite a mix of trees, and all our products will be going into our bars. So I just wanted to show you that. First, bought beans from Chiang Mai, so Thai beans in Chiang Mai, and we started to, they're already dried and fermented, or fermented and dried. That's the order of the process. So we get them dried and fermented already, and then we have to roast them. Or Katae does, I don't know any of this. Katae roast those beans, and then we put them through this machine we bought called a winnower or a cracker. Winnow and cracking, which basically takes the husk off the bean. So you've got the roasted bean and then dehusk. Now the husk can be made into a chocolate tea, which is very good, nice tonic. And the bean is actually 100% cacao. So what you do, you break those beans up in the next process into, again, you can eat those as nibs. So that's another product we do. So just the small pieces of broken bean are called nibs. They're great on porridge, on cereals, on ice cream. They're kind of like a crunchy, chocolatey, nutty kind of vibe going on. Super healthy. There's no sugar added or anything. It's just pure nut, roasted nuts, cacao beans rather. So they're really good. I have those every morning. I have done for quite a few years actually, but now I've got an endless supply, which is great. So we do that, and then after the cracking stage, they go into a machine called a melanger. The melanger is like 2 stone grinders, basically. It's a stone grinder, it's like some wheels, and they just grind these nibs or the beans into smaller and smaller pieces until we get to about 15 or 20 microns. So we have a little tool that we can measure how many microns it's being broken down into, and it's important to get it down to the chocolate paste, the chocolate liqueur, down to below 20 or below microns, and then when you have the chocolate, it's just like silk on your tongue. If you get it bigger, it's kind of more like sand. So if it's not been melanged, and this process can take 24 to 72 hours, I guess. She comes down here quite a lot, and we just let it run all night. And it's a longer process when it's a milk chocolate bar, because you have to add milk powder or milk substitute as well, and then there's sugar as well. So obviously the sugar crystals need to be broken down as well. So that's the process, and then that's melanging. And then after the melanging, Katae will temper. So we have marble tabletops, and you pour this chocolate liqueur at a certain temperature onto the tabletop. And then using like spatulas, you turn it. I don't know what she actually does there, but you turn it so it's all about heat and everything else. And then you pour that into the molds and put the molds into a cool place to set. Then you have a chocolate bar. then we can start work. then it's packaging, it's wrapping, silver foil, the wrappers. And then it's marketing and making videos like this, letting people know that we're making chocolate bars now, and you know, being on seminars and live feeds on YouTube and Facebook and all those kind of good things, festivals, and letting people know about our products, you know, blog posts, all that kind of thing. So that's where we are. It's been a 3-year process to get this far. It's and I'm super stoked actually, because you know, my wife has really took the reins on this, took the lead, and put so many hours in to developing and figuring out how to do it. And a lot of people, when they're starting a business, it's quite easy to, you know, get a couple of hurdles and then fall down and not get up again and just say, oh, it's too hard, it's too much competition, can't do it. But she's actually stuck with it and figured it all out. She went to no classes or anything like that, just trial and error, which I like. I prefer that way, because you learn a lot from your mistakes, where if you just shortcut, if you go to a class, learn how to do something, you don't know what you don't know. Probably the best way to say it. And when issues or problems crop up, as they always do, you don't know how to address them. But she's already worked through all those things and know issues that should be looked out for and can be addressed if they do crop up. So hats off to Katae. It's done an amazing job. She stuck with it, put gazillions hours into this, and really got some really nice flavour profiles on the chocolate and do some really good stuff. So we have 2 products to start off with. So let me show you what those are. The first one is this 85% dark chocolate. So when we say 85%, it means it's 85% cacao beans and then 15% sugar. So we use organic sugar. And that's it. A lot of hard work, but that's the only 2 ingredients in those bars. The other bar here is a milk chocolate, and it's 33%. So that's 33% cacao, and then the rest of it's made up of sugar and milk powder. So they're the 2 products that we currently starting with, and just pick them up. They're the current 2 products we are working with, but we are talking of also doing a 70% chocolate, which will be 70% cacao and 30% sugar, no milk powder. So that's kind of like a happy medium that most people like. Personally, I like the dark chocolate. I like it because it's super healthy, and my camera's going a bit wonky. Let's have a look. There we go. I like really dark chocolate. It's just more healthy, less sugar, which I like. I like the bitterness, but a lot of people like sweet things. Obviously, got very used to sugar, but I don't hardly have any sugar in my diet really. Only natural sugars from fruits and things like that. And then we also, as I say, we've got nibs, which are just pure cacao. They're really good. And cacao tea, which is, like I say, a lovely little tonic in the afternoon, a little pick-me-up. And that's what we're doing. So we'll be adding more products in the future. But, you know, to get going, got to start somewhere. And to get where we are today has been a long, hard process. So I just want to make that quick video. And I'm super stoked where we are. And we've, all this week, Katae's been packaging and sending them out everywhere, and we're mostly selling from the website anarchychocolate.com. That's anarchychocolate.com. I'll put it on the bottom of the screen and in the notes below, so you can go there, check out our story, and what we do and some of the products that we are currently have on the market. So we're selling it from the website and from our Facebook page, which is Anarchy Chocolate again. But I think in the future we'll probably be making an Etsy page or an Etsy store and Shopee. So from the website we're only selling to Thailand, and purely because it just makes sense for us to do that. But if you want to buy some, if you're in other countries, we've been selling it to UK, Australia, where else? France, got an order in, some other places. I can't remember because Katae does all this kind of stuff, not me. But anyway, it's been going abroad anyway, going outside Thailand. So if you do want any and you're outside Thailand, you want to try some of this Anarchy chocolate, then you can just message us here on YouTube or on our website, anarchychocolate.com, or find us on our Facebook page. Send a direct message, private message, and we will sort out that and get it sent to you. So let me know if you want to try that. So with that being said, just a very short video. I just wanted to just record where we are. It's like the first week of February, I think. I have really no idea. And we, as I say, we've done a lot to get this product to where it is today, and we've been using local suppliers wherever possible. So we work with a local graphic design company to do all the packaging. We had some great ideas, what we thought were great ideas, and they come to the table with some even better ideas, and then we, played around with them, and what we have today is a good representation, because we wanted to state that we are in Thailand, kind of put it on a map a little bit. Everybody knows Koh Chang, Koh Kud, and Koh Mak, everybody knows the islands, but Trat, people don't kind of know Trat, they know Chonburi or Pattaya and Phuket, Samui. So we thought we'd put Trat on the map for chocolate. That's one of our aims. So we will be using our own chocolate, our own cacao from our own farm in the near future. We won't be buying it from Chiang Mai, but we also want to encourage other farmers in the area to grow, because then we'll buy the beans. A lot of farmers at the moment don't want to grow cacao because they don't know where they can sell their fruit to. So we're saying, hey, we're growing it, we'll buy it off you, we'll make it into Trat chocolate. So hopefully we can support more farmers do that, and one of the conditions of doing that would be that they have to grow it organically. We'll give them a better price, far better price, if they grow it organically. Where if they grow it by any other means, they'll get a lot lower price, but still a fair price. So we want to encourage healthy farming, regenerative farming practices, and grow a good healthy product. We only want to sell organic, natural products basically. Don't want to touch anything else, and I think that's about it for now. So again, if you want to buy some or try some Anarchy Chocolate, anarchychocolate.com, or hit us up on Facebook or drop a message below. And if you like this video, and if you love chocolate, who doesn't, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and then share this video with all your friends. And if you're in the area, if you're heading down to the islands and you want to come around and look around a little farm, Thai farm, maybe join us for dinner or lunch or something like that, and get a taste of chocolate and see how it's actually made, then give us a shout out too. Always good to see you. So with that being said, I don't want to let this run on too long, so I will say have a great day, and peace, love and chocolate. Take care.